down on the beat.
Hello Ridge Campus, hello Unza Famsa, hello Mufamsa, Vamonk na Vamoma, hope you are laka. We promised you a university talk show and guess what? It's finally here. I hope you're excited because I'm excited and expectant of this wonderful experience that we about to have. This is a university talk show where we drop all the sugarcoating and save you the real, raw, unfiltered truth about campus life. I am your host, Pinos Luzendi, and today we are not holding back as we are diving straight into the late night breakdowns, the silent struggles behind those smiling faces, and the pressure of holding it all together. I mean, guys, let's be honest. University life, yeah, cover. For you to get that degree, for you to get that master's degree, and for you to just get any qualification that you are intending to get. Now, joining us in this bold conversation is someone that is not just a talking mental health, but they are living it, they are breathing it. They are the voice for the voiceless, and they are the champion for campus well-being. Help me welcome Mr. Mulenga Kavinga, the mental health advocate and eye specialist. And to spice things up, we also have two of our great students, Miss Namakau here and Miss Nyambe, all-rounder truth tellers. It's a great pleasure having you here, people.
It's great to be here.
All right, let's dive into it. So today's topic is the raw truth about campus life. On that note, coming to you, Miss Namakau,
Yes.
like what are you studying and how can you describe your campus life or experience in one word?
Okay, so I'm studying pharmacy. I'm a third-year pharmacy student, and in one word, how I would describe my campus experience, it would be complex. In that sense, I mean, I've had the lowest of the lows with dealing with not so great results, and I've had the best experience at the same time, whereby I've met like the best people, and I think I've made like pretty much good friends that I'll be long life friends with.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Amazing connection, yeah? Amazing.
Absolutely.
All right, coming to you, Miss Nyambe.
Yeah.
What's that one thing that you wished someone told you before you came into university?
I would say I wish someone told me the power of connections, like
Connection.
interactions. Like university is not all about yourself and your studies, but you also have to connect and also be interdependence, I would say, because this thing is broad. It's not just you being in the library studying and doing everything, but you also have to interact socially, be with friends, and also look out for someone who is going to be there, like to talk to you, and also you talking to them when you are at your lowest, I would
At your
say.
lowest.
Yes.
That's really amazing. I can concur with you. Trust me, university is a great land of great opportunities, and you need to loosen up, you need to try out a lot of things. So I can concur with you. So coming to the big fish that we have in the house, Mr. Mulenga Kavinga. Looking at the fact that you are a mental health advocate and eye specialist, could you briefly tell us about youth mental health and well-being?
Okay, so youth mental health and well-being is quite complex, but it requires the proper education. So we cannot only afford to educate the mind while we leave the heart. So we have to educate the heart as well. So when we talk of mental health, people think it's just the absence of illness, but that could be further from the truth, because we are also keeping in touch with our emotions. The emotions are something to do with the heart. So I believe in campus especially, people are not acquainted with the right training about mental health. They have no people to talk to. And then if these subjects could be incorporated in schools, it would be a great deal for university students as well.
Indeed. That's really amazing. So narrowing it down on the issues of expectations and reality, you can bear me witness that whenever you are about to visit a new place, you always have those expectations of what is really there, of how the environment is. So coming to you, Miss Namakau, what was your biggest shock when you started university?
Okay, so there are mainly two things. The first thing, memory, I remember coming here for the first time was the long lines of registration. I mean, it's not an user office if there isn't like a really, really long
Indeed,
line.
indeed.
Yeah. Secondly was the academic deliverance. Like coming here, I thought that maybe, the classes would be, of course, I know school is pressure in itself, but
yeah.
I didn't expect it to be as much pressure as I found it, like the long hour of classes, um, uh, the way the lecturers deliver the information. They're not going to hand everything out to you. You kind of have to do like 50% of the work on your own. And also the amount of time we're given, from the time we're given the information to the time when we're supposed to deliver the test. That was a complete shock. I didn't expect it to go that way.
No way.
Yeah.
You need to be strong, trust
Yeah,
me.
yeah. Mhm.
You need to hold it together.
Yeah.
Yeah. So coming to you, Miss Nyambe, how did the reality of campus life differ from what you expected?
The organization itself just differs.
Yeah.
Because back then in secondary, even when you are not around, the teachers would even call your parents to say, why is this child not at school?
Not attending
That
class.
was nice, and you felt like you really mattered.
Yeah.
But coming to university, there's no register. I mean, they won't say who is present, who is absent. There's nothing like that. So it's really different, so that it's you to look out for yourself and to know why you are here, and also to work hard for the things that you've come here for. So it's really different, so that you can spend 2 hours just looking for a venue.
To a venue.
Yeah, like you're
Yeah.
just looking for a venue. By the time you find the venue, they have even finished the topic.
Finished.
Yeah, so it was really difficult and different from what I expected. I was thinking that maybe we wouldn't have an issue of venues, like you are looking for a venue. We'll just be using one class, like secondary, like the way secondary was, that only teachers are exchanging. You are just there, just waiting for them. But here you have to follow them. So it was really different and challenging at the same time.
Trust me, on the aspect of control, I can concur with you. In university, is like a free state where you are at liberty to do what you want. So you better have, self-control.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
to push through and to just manage it. So coming to you, Mr. Mulenga Kavinga, on the aspect of mental health, looking at the fact that you have full knowledge of it, why do you think students are emotionally unprepared for university life?
Okay, yes. The first thing I would like to ponder upon is the fact that we are coming from homes where parents are willing to pay you for tuition fee, they are willing to pay your school fee and whatnot, but there are very few of them that will pay for your therapy.
Yeah.
For you to meet the therapy, it's quite costly. And the homes, like the home where I come from, even when it came to my health, like my overall health, I have to get medication mankwala.
Yeah.
My parents would sometimes tell me to say, umutu now dola sana. Can we have an alternative for that?
Too.
But when it comes to health, you cannot improvise.
You can't.
You can, so the factor being the fact that we are not taking mental health serious. It is more like an option or secondary to something, which could be education. So I think that negative loop where we lack awareness could be the cause of that.
The cause of that, yeah?
Yes.
So we really need to push with awareness.
Yes, awareness, advocacy.
Advocacy and awareness. Great, amazing. Well, we all know that mental health is not a luxury, but we have, depression issues, where people are getting anxious, where people are stressed all over campus. On that note, Miss Namakau, over to you. Has stress or anxiety ever affected your school performance at any point?
Yes, yes. Even up to this day, despite being in third year, I still struggle with anxiety and stress every day. Because the more you go, people usually tell me, I mean, they used to tell me that, no, when you reach in third year, when you reach in fourth year, the stress will go a bit, but quite the contrary. It's like right now I'm in third year and things are really tough. Are really tough, and I am usually caught between these two spaces whereby I really want to work hard, but I don't want to put my mental state at risk.
At risk,
Because
yeah?
if I'm really stressed, then I can't really do anything. But again, I want to be in a space whereby I am relaxed but still effective. And when I'm in that sort of like comfort space, I worry if maybe I'm not doing as much as I should. So those two spaces, they really make me really anxious.
Really anxious.
Yeah.
So, when it comes to issues of anxiety and stress, Miss Nyambe, how do you cope when deadlines and expectations become overwhelmed to you?
Oof, it's really a tough question.
Mm.
I How do I cope? So it becomes very difficult as a student, especially some of us who call ourselves last minute gunners and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
But I can say it may not work out for everyone. But if it's an assignment, trust me, I work best during those last minutes. Because my brain is just thinking that fast, like I can do better during those last minutes. But I've seen my roommate, she really gets stranded on that because she's anxious, she's not thinking properly, and she gets scared, like maybe I'm not writing the correct things. She keeps on rubbing. It's something that doesn't work for everybody, but when things are overwhelming, it's really bad for a student whereby you can't even think straight. Your brain is not at the highest capacity, you can say. So it's really overwhelming, I would
It's
say.
really overwhelming.
Mm.
I see. So, coming to you, Mr. Mulenga,
Yes.
on the aspect of stress, anxiety, and depression, and looking at the fact that you are a mental health advocate, the big fish that we have in the house, what are some of the early signs that a student might be silently struggling with?
Okay, the first one being loss of confidence. Confidence goes a long way, because when you're not confident, you're not even yourself. You end up making errors.
Yeah.
You end up making silly blunders. You could be good at something, but because in that moment you're not confident enough, you will not perform to the level or to the standard that you are expected to
That you're
perform.
expected to perform.
Yes. And then lack of present moment awareness. You have to accept difficulty, strife, and complexity, because the uncertainty is what makes up life.
Yeah.
You accepting that you're going through these challenges and they're not going to last forever could be one thing that will help someone. Yes.
Amazing. Uncertainty is what makes up life. What a great takeaway that I will go with. Amazing. So you can bear witness with me once again that in life each and every person has some silent struggles that they tend to pass through. It might be in school, it might be in a business setup, or it might be home, right? So coming to you,
Namakao,
on the aspect of silent struggles, can you share something difficult that you went through at a certain phase in life, but you didn't talk about it at that time?
Okay, so like in campus, like in school,
Yeah.
my biggest challenge was adjusting to the new environment when I was just like fresh from secondary school. I was used from school. I go home, I see my family. Now being away from my family and adjusting to the new environment, to new roommates, new teaching system, that was really difficult. I remember I used to have multiple mental breakdowns in a week, and I wouldn't really talk about it that much with my family, but eventually I opened up to my mom about it, letting her know that I really want to do my best at school, but the pressure just seems to be increasing. Yeah, and yeah, I guess that's one experience I would mention, like the mental breakdowns. Like at night, I would just find myself like overthinking everything, and I would just end up freezing up or crying about it at night. Yeah.
I see. Do you know what really caught me from what you said? On the aspect where you said you would have some breakdowns, but you would refer to mom.
Yeah.
So that has really caught my attention to the fact that problem shared is indeed problem solved. But we need to bear in mind with the person that you are sharing with, because not everyone should know what you're passing through. We ought to share our problems to the right person. Yeah, thank you so much for that. Yeah. Coming to you, Miss Nyambe. Have you ever had to show up even when you were emotionally drained? Maybe you are required to present a task, or maybe you're required to present a presentation in class, but you're emotionally drained. Have you ever had that experience?
Yeah, I've had that like a number of times, but the most that really drained me, I would say last year. Like I was having an exam.
An exam?
Yeah,
Wow.
but a day before that exam, something happened that dragged me back and forth. Like instead of me to sit down and review my work, I was just being dragged here and there. So I was really drained. At the end of the day, I was frustrated because as students, we all plan for our days, right? Yeah. So I planned to say this day I'll just dedicate it for my revision, but because of certain circumstances, I couldn't even revise. I was just up and down, running from here to there, and I was very frustrated. So that in the morning when I went for the exam, I was first of all, I couldn't sleep because I was just thinking that I'm still behind.
Yeah.
That anxiety of trying to catch up in a short time and going to the exam without resting, and I was really drained and stressed. So yeah, that's the time I can say I showed up. Wow, my heart wasn't willing.
It wasn't really.
Yeah, but the situation couldn't allow again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just had to show up.
Trust me, that was really bad. But at the end of the day, we thank God that at least you managed to pull through.
Yeah.
So, coming to our last resort, Mr. Kavinga Mulenga, since you are the expert in this, how well do you think we can create a culture where students feel free, where students feel at peace, and to just open up with what they're passing through?
Okay, that one is a very interesting question, but just lack of judgment. You know, as human beings, we are so judgmental. You know, who are we to judge? Even the Lord Himself says, "Let not us judge each other."
Indeed.
You know,
Indeed.
and then if the Lord Himself is able to forgive other people, they are not coming in the open to talk about their struggles simply because of how people are going to take what they are going through. And even if they open up, there will be a subject, they'll be bullied. And just not being judgmental will be very helpful. If we can live in a society where we understand to say going through something is a normal thing and we are just humans, we are not machines, come on. We break down sometimes.
Yeah.
There's a culture going on the internet talking about masculinity and stoicism, where they're saying umwaume tafuikiro kuchita breakdown ukulira, mwamuna samalira, you know.
Yeah.
But then it's okay to cry, it's okay to break down, it's okay to want to have a shoulder to lean on. So I think not having judgments when people are going through certain things will be the way to go, and creating a culture which people are free to open up.
That's very true. I've actually come to realize that not until you realize, or rather identify the brokenness in you, will you be able to cope up with what you're passing through. Yeah. So in as much as we are passing through depression, in as much as we are passing through mental health breakdowns, it might be anxiety, it might be stress. But at the end of the day, you gotta find strength again, right? So on that aspect, coming to you, Ms. Namakao, what helped us from a very tough experience, or rather period on campus?
Okay, so three groups. Or I would say three things. Yeah, number one, my mom. Like, yeah, she's the one person who's like, she's not judgmental. She's very supportive and understanding.
Shout out to mom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Like, even when I haven't really done well on a test, I would think that maybe mom would think like maybe I'm not serious, maybe I've started playing. But quite the contrary, she's very understanding, and like he said, being
Yeah.
understanding and not judgmental can actually help someone when they are really low. Yeah, the second thing is like having like very supportive friends. Like I said, like I've met like one of the best people here, and through my tough times, like I would complain about the same thing daily, but they would always just be there again, not being judgmental, just being there to listen, even when they have nothing really encouraging to say.
Yeah.
Them just being there to listen, that has been everything. Yeah, and the third thing is like music. Like music is my baby. Like whether it be like listening to it just because, or just listening to it while I'm journaling or stuff like that, music has really helped me through it a lot.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So just a little bit of out of context. So like what kind of genre, like what kind of music really is really therapeutic to you? Since you've mentioned music being a baby and you know, it cheers you up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite complex, like from pop and R&B to classical. Like recently I've reverted to classical music. I just
Amazing,
find it
amazing.
very calming.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. That's really amazing. I'm happy that you found something that really, you know, is therapeutic to you.
Yeah,
And it
yeah.
really helps you to curb out the pressure that you are having.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did. Coming to you, Miss Nyambe, what has really helped you to improve your habits, or rather mindset?
I would say, firstly, the people we interact with.
Interaction with people.
Yeah, like you realize that actually when you interact with people who are doing well in school, even your mindset starts changing. You try to fit in, say maybe there's something that I'm not doing that's making them perform better than me. Yeah, and secondly, when you think of the people who are trusting you,
Yeah.
that itself is an encouragement for you to change and do better.
And do better.
Yeah, like maybe my dad is someone who trusts me. He would always want me to be there. Yeah, but that doesn't mean that when you are there you'll be upset. No, but seeing the trust that he has on you, that itself makes you to change and want to do better. Like you want to bring out the best part of you. Yeah, and the other thing I would say, our past experiences, yeah,
Yeah.
they make you change.
Indeed,
Yeah,
indeed.
for example, if last year you didn't perform better, you start seeing, where did I go wrong? What was I doing that wasn't supposed to be done? Maybe let me change the strategy. That itself is a self reflection that changes your mindset. That's the only thing I can say here.
That's really profound, Miss Nyambe. That's really profound. Do you know what I've gotten from that? Energies are really contagious.
Yeah.
Energies are really contagious. So it really matters with the people that you allow to invade your territory.
Exactly.
Are they adding or are they subtracting? That's very true. Yeah. Now, holding it back to our big fish in the house, the mental health advocate. Looking at the fact that they've talked about, you know, how they found their strength again, even after passing through emotional breakdowns, mental health breakdowns. What are some of the practical mental health tips that students can apply even today?
Okay, good question. I'm gonna have to dig deeper for this one.
Please.
To start with, I'm going to steal something from her.
Okay.
Alright.
She talks about talking to somebody You know how you mentioned that say energies are contagious.
Yes.
It's like if you love something, if you have a hobby, if you like to go out and jogging, you don't necessarily have to go and knock on everyone's door.
Yeah.
People that will see you, they'll catch it more like a fluke, and they will start going jogging with you. Going on the part for where you say it's contagious. And then cold showers. Come on, cold showers. Have you ever had a cold shower in the morning? You see how you feel rejuvenated, you know. You wanna go out there in the rah rah.
Exactly.
So yeah, cold showers. And then the other activity could be, I don't know if this is an activity or but it's just a habit that you would like to develop. Making your bed when you wake up in the morning. Making your bed tells you to say you have accomplished one task of the day, and it gives you more momentum to run through the rest of the day. Okay? And then I used to work out when I was in university.
A gym.
Yes, so gym is not only you investing in your body, but it has something to do with mental fortitude as well.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So the strength that you get just by having the discipline to go to the gym at 5 p.m., nothing can break you down in this life. Okay? Yes, I think these are the major practices I would recommend.
That you would recommend.
Yes.
No, that's really great. That's really great and profound, really educational. Now, before we wrap up the show, I'm pretty sure you would like to hear a final piece of advice from our speakers here. So, on that note, this question goes to each and every one of you here. I mean, Miss Nyambe, Mr. Mulenga, and Mr. Macau. What is that one message that you would like the student watching this episode go with, or rather take home?
Like in terms of living or just in general?
Yeah, just in general, with everything that we've talked about.
Okay, since our focus is on mental health, I would say life isn't a race. Like, you do not need to stress yourself as in just because someone else has achieved something, then you feel the pressure of having to achieve the same thing as well. Because comparison is a thief of joy. Don't you ever compare yourself to anyone else. Like, the only competition that you have in this life is yourself. Just make sure that you are better than you were yesterday. And yeah, that's what I can say. Like, don't you dare even compare yourself, because that you are being very unfair to yourself. You don't know what the other person might be going through. It could be worse, it could be better. It doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, be grateful. Number one. Number two, like I said, don't compare yourself.
Trust me, I'm becoming myself today. I'm becoming myself today. All right, over to you, Ms. Nyambe. What message would you like the person watching go with after watching this episode?
When you asked that question, I was thinking of saying be yourself, but since Sister Namaka has said it already, I would just encourage people. Like, most of the people, like, they don't talk about this, but there's bullying in school. You get?
Indeed.
You find that even your own friends are bullying you. Don't. I would say you shouldn't feel bad when someone is bullying you. You should realize that actually for someone to criticize what you are doing, right? They have seen a potential in you that they are scared. They are scared to say no. If we let this person perform at their best, she or he is a beast. They might, they might achieve greater things than we can imagine. They are trying to stop your potential. So either ways, be yourself, and don't let anyone make you feel inferior. You are you, and you know why you are here. Just do what you are here to do, and don't mind what the negative things people are saying. Always be positive, and that's what I can say.
Amazing. Thank you. All right, over to you, sir.
Yes. The message that I have, firstly, I want to talk about reflection, okay, meditation, and then journaling. If you are feeling something, if you have an emotion that you have to bring out, just journal it down. What are you going through? What are you feeling in that moment? There's not a problem on this earth that has not been written about. So reading also will be very helpful. And then if you're having suicidal thoughts, if you don't know how you're going to get through the day, the next morning. I have once been afraid before, and trust me, I still woke up the next morning. So there's nothing to be afraid of if you kind of think about it. If you're going through suicidal thoughts, I want you to let you know that respond with peace, for only then will Sages cease. Thank you.
Can I say something?
Yes.
One thing we are forgetting is, and I'd say, prayer. Yeah, there is just that impact that comes with praying. You even feel like your burdens are relieved. So if you feel you are in any situation, you feel stressed, you feel depressed, you feel like you have a lot of work and you are mentally down, just pray. I would say just pour out your heart to your God. If you are not a Christian, to your Allah, to your whoever, just pray. Make sure you are alone and you are pouring out your emotions. It really helps, because at the end of the day, you are even going to feel better. So yeah, pray. Don't forget to pray.
Amazing. Bamonk na wamoma lesa pantanshi. Indeed, you need to cast all your anxiety to him and he will sustain you. But Jesus. So on that note, it has been a great pleasure having you, Miss Nyambe, Miss Namakau, and lastly, the big fish that we had in the house, Mr. Mulenga. It has been a great pleasure having you. So hold on, buckle up, sit back, relax. When you are passing through something, make sure that you pray, make sure that you talk to someone, make sure that you meditate. Because problem shared is problem solved. But bear in mind that you need to offer your problems to the right person. Because not everyone is genuine and not everyone should know about what you are passing through. Otherwise, from us to you, it's a goodbye. And this has been our very first episode of the University Talk Show. See you in the next episode.
My name is Chingunde Nyambe Shiva, and I would like to tell you that mental health is really true, and please don't neglect the boy child. Take care of them. They also go through a lot. Thank you.
Namakau Mulema, a third-year pharmacy student at Ridgeway, and I just want to tell you that there's someone there out for you to be, whether it be a shoulder to cry on or just a listening ear. Yeah, there's always someone out there to be there for you.
Mates, I am Lenga Kawinga, an eye specialist, writer, and a mental health advocate. So I am currently with the organization Cyclist. Thank you.
You are a star. Together, let's make University Talk Show star.
On a down beat.
Telling me what I owe you. Telling me what you wanted me to give you.